Hello, my name is Corey Cooper. This is my Power Up Challenge video submission for the business scenario of animal shelter. Throughout this video, I'll be demonstrating how I address the challenge requirements. Before I move on to the first set of requirements, here is a recap of the business scenario with the main objective of streamlining the operations of the Paw Heart animal rescue charity. The first requirement is to create Dataverse tables and load provided data in Dataverse. Navigating to my Paw Heart solution, I have 3 tables that I have added to the solution, and within each table the data has been uploaded, and this has come from the supplied Excel files. The next requirement is to create a model-driven app listing all the animals in the shelter and their details. Navigating to my apps, select the model-driven app and play. And here we can see a list of animals by name, type, shelter, and shelter name. We can filter these and sort them for animal type and shelter status, and for shelter name. When I select an animal, we can get a breakdown of information about the animal, so the name, type, date of birth, age, sex, and so on. If I perhaps want to update this animal, currently it's locked for past medical because there is a next vet date. So if we clear the date, we can now mark this animal as past its medical, and this will allow us to set the shelter status to something different. So we can actually scroll down and select ready for foster, and we can save that record. Because that's now been marked as ready for foster, we'll be able to see that in the next set of requirements, which is the Canvas app. The next requirement is to create a Canvas app listing all animals available for fostering and their details. Navigating back to my solution, I'm going to select the Canvas app and play this. This is in the context of a foster family portal, so I'm portraying the role of a foster family looking to foster an animal. So I enter the portal, and here we can see a gallery list of all of animals that are available ready to foster. I have the gallery sorted by that particular shelter status only. So because I'm a foster family, all I need to see is animals that I'm looking to foster. I can select between the 5 different shelters from our data source, and the gallery will load with those particular animals that are part of that local shelter. Looking at Sunny here, who we updated in our model-driven app in the previous steps, we can see he's here because we set his status to ready for foster. By selecting on an animal, their details are displayed here on the right in the form, and we have the option to look for my name. So let's just pick a name from the list of available foster families, and their address and their foster ID is automatically populated. Because this is a portal, these names are already known, and these can be driven by the model-driven app. So now when I submit the form, we should get a success message appear at the top, and we see that Sunny has disappeared because going back to our model-driven app, we refresh. We can see that Omar, who we selected, has been added as the relationship to this animal, and the status has been updated to claimed for foster. So the gallery is only looking for claimed for foster, so nothing outside of that will be found. The next requirement is to send a Power Automate notification containing fostering process details. With the Canvas app form submitted, Omar receives an email with an image of Sunny, the shelter name, the animal name, animal type, and also a pickup date. And the pickup date is calculated based on the claimed for foster date, and we're adding 7 days from there. And we finish out the email with a many thanks from the shelter. All of those attributes are being generated by dynamic content within the Power Automate flow. The final requirement is to create a Power BI data visualization report. The marketing team for Paw Heart Animal Rescue Charity need two distinct reports, one for latest news and one for trends. With the latest news, they want to see number of pets who have arrived at the shelter and number of pets that were fostered in the last month. Here we have it already preset to the last month, and we can see total arrived and total fostered. We can also drill down by shelter by selecting one of these, and we can see our data has changed to reflect that. With the trends, this is in the last 3 months, and the marketing team needs to see most rescued type of animal and most fostered type of animal. We're including total animals rescued and also total animals fostered, but here we can see the total rescued animals by type is dog for the last 3 months, and for total fostered animals by type, we have an even split between cat, gecko, and rat. Across each report, we also have our matrix that just gives us a little bit more detail about the animals with some key identifying information. This helps to provide a little more context to the marketing team. This concludes the demonstration on how I met the challenge requirements for the Power Up program for the business scenario of animal shelter. Thank you for watching.